Lily was shocked to discover that any animal she brought into the spirit spring space would inexplicably multiply into a flock the next moment. Moreover, when animals drank the spring water, their illnesses would suddenly vanish. After just one sip of the spring water, the hen laid dozens of eggs in the very next second. The reason Lily possessed the spirit spring space was because she was a time traveler who had crossed over into the food-scarce 1960s and into the body of a 5-year-old child. Her family had only her father as a laborer and a group of utterly useless relatives. Seeing how destitute they were, she feared they might starve to death here. Just then, her mother called them to eat, but the table held only a few wild greens, and her mother hadn't eaten in 2 days. Lily offered her portion to her mother, but her mother insisted she eat instead. Just then, her grandmother entered, angrily scolding Lily for never being satisfied with food. The next moment, she handed Lily a bowl of egg custard. Lily understood her grandmother's sharp tongue hid a kind heart. Her mother told her to eat well, then walked out. Lily wondered how she could help her family live better. Even the wild greens outside were precious now. At this rate, they'd soon have nothing to eat. The next moment, Lily found herself in a spiritual spring space. Looking closely, she saw the golden glow of the sacred spring water in the distance. She simply planted the leftover wild greens, watered them, and soon the greens sprouted. She thought to herself that now she wouldn't have to worry about food, and could help ease the family's burden. Just then, she heard commotion at home. She immediately asked what was happening outside, and insisted on returning. She saw her mother and grandmother saying they couldn't find a single wild green anymore. What could they do? No sooner had the words left her mouth than Jack came running, saying something was wrong. Jack had been injured. They must hurry to the clinic. It turned out her father, Milan, had fallen into a coma from poisoning. Everyone was plunged into grief, but the aunt approached with scornful words, blaming Lily for being a money-losing burden. Now that the family's sole breadwinner had collapsed, they simply couldn't survive. Moreover, the doctor insisted that serum was essential for treatment. Yet in the 1960s, serum was extremely precious. A single vial cost 50 yuan. Seeing this, mother emptied the family's savings, only 23 yuan. Grandmother hurriedly added her own savings, but it still fell short. Meanwhile, the aunt clutched her purse tightly, fearing her money might be borrowed. Even if he recovered, monthly rehabilitation would cost 10 yuan. Lily reassured her mother, saying she had a plan. The doctor scolded them. How can you adults let this child figure things out? The aunt insisted it wasn't her problem, saying the pheasant would be better stewed for dinner. So she brought the hen to the space, fed it a sip of the sacred spring water, and prayed for more eggs. The next moment, Lily's wish actually came true. Overjoyed, she carried the eggs out to the doctor, offering to trade them for the remaining cost. Seeing Lily so obedient and sensible, her mother and grandmother felt deeply comforted by her smiling face. To ease the family's burden, she went to the market hoping to find seeds, but it was winter. Crops were hard to grow, and few sold seeds. Unexpectedly, she found a vendor right away. She explained she could trade eggs for seeds. Lily handed the eggs to Sean, who immediately gave her all his seeds. She planted them in the space, only to find the single hen had multiplied into a flock. Then she had a brilliant idea. If she brought in one cow, they'd have a herd to eat. Since there were now so many chickens, the family could finally have meat. Returning to the market, she found a crowd gathered ahead. Her uncle explained that Owen's mother was gravely ill and needed Fritillaria Thunbergy to survive. With no other choice, she took to the streets seeking help. He vowed to serve as a beast of burden for life. If only they could save his mother. But Owen was a notorious bully. No one dared confront him. Lily thought, if saving his mother might mean future help for her family, she blurted out she could save his mother. Yet no one believed a child could help. Seeing their skepticism, she pulled the medicine from her bag and demanded they identify it.